let's jam.
And boom! What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back, goddammit, to another edition of Tell Me a Joke, the guideline of chasing the dream. I'm your host, Maniacal, Menace, Kyle Smith. Say the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback. And today, on a beautiful, beautiful Sunday out here at Hockey Pilot, at the Poetry Lounge, we have the entrepreneur, the hustler, you also make clothing, the fashion designer, the artist, the poet himself. There's many monikers behind his name. UCJ, man, put your hands together. Boom.
How you doing?
Wait, hold on, where's my? I have.
Yeah, let them clap it up. Yeah.
There it is. UCJ, man. What's happening? What's happening, sir?
Nothing much, man.
Yo.
Enjoying this Houston great, beautiful Sunday.
It
with
is
you,
a,
my
it
brother.
is a nice Sunday. It is
Yes,
a nice
sir.
Sunday. After we just finished doing some pieces on stage at the Poetry Lounge.
Yes, sir.
How'd you feel about that?
I feel good, man. I'm always pretty comfortable on that Poetry Lounge stage, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's home. That's where I first hit the first stage when I came down here.
Okay.
And every time it's just always getting better and better and
Yeah.
easier and easier. So I
Where
love
you
it.
from?
From Michigan, man.
Oh, okay. How long you been out in Houston?
Top of November, so
Oh.
going on 6 months. 7
Oh, you
months.
fresh to the city.
Every time they tell me that, I feel like I've been here forever
fresh
now.
to the
But
city.
fresh.
Yeah, I've been only out here for 3 years now, so you know it's just like, oh, okay. The community of just the scene is
Yeah,
big.
It is.
Is big, which is nice. Like, so you yourself, you're an entrepreneur. You get your money on your own.
Try
Like,
to.
oh my God, how? See, I've always dreaded that because I've always had a job, and like, so how is that life of living? Just like, day to day, this is what I'm gonna be doing.
For the most part, like I like to tell everybody, like you said earlier, been doing this for 3 years now.
Yeah.
That you had your hurdles and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I've been an entrepreneur full fledged for like about 4 years. So, but with entrepreneur with selling anything, you had your seasons. You kind of just got to prepare for the ups and downs.
Yeah.
But right now, trying to adjust to a new market, it's been a little bit more down. But at the same time, I'm big on kind of like having that faith and not being too concerned.
Yeah.
And that kind of always worked out in my favor. I'd be like,
Okay.
dang, when the next money gonna come in? And somebody
Yeah.
buy something, I'd be like, oh, that's the little 150, 200 I needed today to go ahead and keep things afloat. So it's just kind of having the belief in yourself, and I feel like that goes a long way. And then after that, just kind of planning things out. But it's been enjoyable for sure. I'm looking for that
yeah.
day job, like you said too, though. I'm trying to stay
feel
super
you.
busy, though. Starting to stay super busy.
Right, man. That belief has got to be strong, though. Oh my God, just to be like, I got this. This is my daily. This is my daily. I'm out here looking for where the next paycheck gonna come from, and man, I'm in the midst of actually trying to make enough on the outside to where I don't have to do electrical anymore.
Yeah,
but
okay.
That there is very, very, very easily said but not done. You know.
Exactly. And then one thing I like to tell everybody too, I'm young and only worried about myself.
Yeah.
So it's not like I got a wife, which you got a wife,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you married, you ain't got no kids and nothing like that. So I don't. It's less of a. It's less vigorous on me. So
Yeah.
I could be like, today I just won't spend that much money.
Yeah.
You know, tomorrow
I feel
I'll,
that.
so I'll make it back. So. It's easier for me in my position right now, but I know that's why I'm trying to build a certain foundation going forward. So when these other things come into my life, I'm mentally, financially, and physically prepared for all of it.
So what was growing up? What was the thing that you wanted to do?
Oh, that's crazy because not too long ago, I've been doing a lot. One thing this has been out here, I've been doing a lot of self-reflecting.
Yeah.
And then that one thing I can't really say like since I was young, like it was just like a job that I always wanted. But then as I look back at it more and more, I realized that I had an entrepreneurial kind of go-getter spirit since I was a kid. Like when I was like 7, I was working at a barbershop sweeping hair. Like I got a lot of wisdom from that. And then like even in the high school, I did like business, creating events. So the entrepreneurial spirit just stuck out. And that's where like I would say that's kind of what I would say I wanted to do for long because I don't like authority.
Yeah,
I like to do
feel
what I
that.
want. I like to do my own
I
thing.
feel that.
So, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm not a big. I mean, I've had to learn to deal with certain situations because of the field that I am in. So it's just like I understand that I'm gonna have to listen to this person because basically I'm just a grunt out in the field. You know, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at. What I do, but you know, I still got to listen to a higher authority. And most of the time, it's just like, you know what? You ain't out here getting dirty. You ain't sweating and shit. I get you fucking sign my checks, but come on, man, let me do my thing at least. Yeah. And it's difficult. I don't want to listen to that no more. Like I want to be able to listen to my own self and be able to understand that, oh, I'm making my living from what I'm enjoying on doing instead of what I'm feeling I gotta do just to survive.
Yeah, no.
And that's what sucks about just the whole balance of it, you know, because I do have a lot more on my plate, and, you know, I got a wife and everything, and other things come with that, and with a house and shit, and it's like mortgage, and it's like, oh, I ain't never been this adult in my life, you know. But now it's like, all right, this is how we got to deal with it, and, you know, that's life though. That's goddamn life. Yeah. So how do you deal with it? How do you stay sane on a day to day?
For me, on a day-to-day, like I work out pretty frequent, so I'm 4 times a week. Other than that, I have my vices per se, and one of them is kind of like I like a good movie. Yeah. So that kind of calms me down when I'm doing too much, because I always analyze everything. I remember even one time I was watching a movie and I'm like, look at this angle, look at my friend, like you just not analyze things, and I'm like, it's hard for me not to, but you know, I try to do that, take my breaks. A good thing is video games, and I haven't played in a long time, but that's because I know it's it's all fake, so I'm like, yes, I can go in here and do this and not worried about the real life repercussions of being right. But then I play stuff like Call of Duty. I play, and then we guys. I feel like that's a safe space for us since we get kids. So you know, I play analytical games though. I be playing Call of Duty like, well, this door open, somebody in here. I'm like, damn, I'm still being analytical, but I guess I enjoy it. So it's never.
That's the way. I mean, you need that escape sometimes, because just the mental it is like, as I'm getting older, the more and more I notice that my mentality and the way I think about things has to be very strategic, just so I don't fucking go overboard and lose it. Like, I've had so many friends that have lost it. I understand, like, the height of the fame, like, can fucking take your mind off into a place to where people go crazy. And I always wonder, I'm like, if you're doing so well, like, why is it still beating you up about it? And that doesn't have anything to do, you know, with how somebody's still feeling on the inside. And I've noticed that more because, you know, on the inside I've been feeling like down in the dumps, like I ain't been doing enough. But the more and more people I run into, people be like, hey man, you all over the place, man. You doing your goddamn thing. And I'm like, it looks like that because that's what I'm striving for as I'm trying. And, you know, it feels like I'm not doing enough because I'm not getting the recognition from it. And it's just like, I've been noticing more and more just to get those thoughts out of pattern and just to keep doing what I'm doing, because basically other people are seeing it. You know, I'm just not hearing it. That's all. And so that's one of the things that I really need to practice on, because worrying about fucking the socials, it drives me crazy.
It's work.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know it can, for somebody that of your standards, to where this is what you do. You, like, how do you deal with, like, seeing other things? Do you just post and go, or how do you
not really, because I feel like I'm not on my socials as I should too as well. So, like, you feel me when it comes to that, but I know I'm present in my scenes. So for instance, how many times we bounced into each other now? That's true. Double handful of times we've been seeing each other. So, like, I like to have a balance between the socials and real life. So right now the thing I'm trying to work on is being a little more consistent and having, like, okay, do this today, do that tomorrow, do that for the socials. But at the same time, like, I'm big on the mental health, and I feel like if you gotta take that day off, take the day off. If you gotta, you know, and then I'm big on, you know, don't get me wrong, time is not indefinite, but we're at a nice age to where we can make it up if we want to. You know, you're gonna have to sacrifice some time one of these days to catch back up, but it's all preparation, you know. And then I feel like having that good schedule, and then, like I said, right now I'm building that within my posting for my business, within my posting for my personals. We're trying to network and get my marketing out there. It's a lot to do with it. It's a lot to juggle, but, you know, you just got to take it one day at a time. And like I tell everybody, you know, anything is not linear. You know, everything is kind of just ups and downs. So as long as you kind of go into the trajectory you want to go to, that's all that matters.
I definitely need to learn some lessons, because I beat myself up way too much. I be talking to people like, nigga, just calm down, man. You got it. you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Just keep going. And it just because the things that I see and the information that I take in, I never feel as if I'm doing enough. And that right there, it sends me into just a craze to where it's just like, oh, you got to do more, you got to do this, and it's like I never give myself time to break. I realize, yeah, you need that break. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I'm forced to do something, and I'm like, this is what you're trying to get away from in a job field, being forced to do some shit. So why you gonna come out here and force yourself to do some shit when you know you don't like that? And it's like, oh, all right. So the balance and trying to figure things out. It's always.
And the good thing, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
And the good thing, I like to kind of rationalize myself is when I'm feeling like I'm not doing as much as other bigger things. It's usually they got a team of people behind them.
Yeah,
they got so many people juggling so many different hats, and we one man shows, maybe 2, 3 possibly at the time where we at right now. But it's just all understanding. Okay, this is my strongest shoot, so let me focus on this. And then the other parts will come in, or we can find somebody else eventually down the line to get it. But a lot of times, we going up against corporations these days. It's never just, it's not like mom and pops back in 1900 where it was just like, well, they sell bread, so we make sure we can beat them out on selling the bread. We good. There's so many other people selling bread now, so it's just you got to just give yourself some grace. And one thing since I've been down here, my sisters have gave me that presence to have grace within myself, because I used to be very tough and big on myself. And it just be like, at the end of the day, what you set out to do, and if you have a solid plan or a decent plan, it's gonna happen. So it's just a matter of you just. And then the big thing too with taking that break is I remember watching a TED talk on how important sleep is. And the thing about it is we need those breaks, because it's like if you just like us staying up all night to study for a test, when you're trying to take that test, you're gonna be tired. Now everything you remember goes out the window.
It don't fire off like it should.
So if you sit down, take a break, study in moments, sleep, eat. Now you function at a high level. Your whole body is body, mind, and soul, and now you can get to that point to get you what you want to do instead of kind of just getting there dragging yourself.
At an older age, I'm starting to realize how more important sleep is, and it is. Like I was just talking to a friend yesterday. Like, man, don't miss out on them naps. Like back when you was a child, you didn't give a fuck about them naps, but nigga, now you can take each one of them naps back. Just life in general.
It'd be like, it ain't fuck life, but it'd be like sometimes life got hands.
Oh yeah, life done whooped my ass a few times, but I'm gonna get back up.
That's all that
you get back up. Hey, we also talk about the importance of how good a nap is. As an older age, as an adult, you need them naps. Yes, I miss those days. Boom, get it out there. Promotion.
My bad ass did not take naps as a kid. I didn't want to take naps.
Now you missing those times that you wish you would have took that nap. You gotta get your nap in.
Bro, look, I'm almost 30. I gotta take me a nap before I can even go out.
Come on, we adults now.
You function better when you take that nap.
You gotta adult about that situation. Thank you.
Appreciate it. No, we good. We gonna fight back just like you love.
That was interesting. It's always interesting when you podcasting on the street. People like, "Ooh, bitch, you got a microphone." I want to be part of what you doing, bitch. Y'all headphones and shit too. Oh, nigga, I want to jump all in. Oh, you recording right now? I don't give a fuck, nigga. Let me disrespect. Let me interrupt what the hell y'all doing right now. You had a deep conversation going on? I don't care. This is about me at the time. I'm pretty and I got lashes. Like, oh, okay. All right, I get it. Take them naps, man.
Yeah, nah, for real. Take them naps, because life will beat that ass. We got to an agreed point.
Yeah, exactly. We see, so everybody agrees. The more I thought that the older I would get, back then I was like, man, fuck that. I'll sleep when I die. But now it's like, no. You
won't die if you don't sleep.
You won't die if you don't sleep. Yeah, man, you learn these things, man. Science is a fun thing to know about, man. Man, get your rest in, get them winks, because, oh boy, like, I feel a lot better. Like, growing up in New Orleans, that's all it was. Okay. It was like, boom, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to get out, I'm going to go do my thing, I'm going to drink, and boom, I'm going to come home, go to work, and, get about 4 hours of sleep. I'm fine, I'm young. But then I realized that my brain wasn't functioning to the full potential that it could. Because now that I'm out here, I don't do what I was doing back in New Orleans. Okay. So now I have the mental capacity to be like, nigga, my memory is a whole lot better. Like there's shit that I barely forget, and if I do have that memory lapse to where I'm thinking of something at the moment and then you forget it, like the shit comes right back.
Yeah.
And I used to hate those moments because I'm always thinking about shit. I'm always got shit in my head, and I hate for a good thought to come by, and then I miss that motherfucker. But now the thoughts that I have, they come by and then they disappear, and I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, I like that.
Bring it back.
And it comes right back. I'm like, oh. Okay, this is so much better now. I like the way I feel, knowing that what I was doing to my body before, like, wasn't tip top for it. Like it took a minute to fucking learn that. Like these are life lessons that, as you get older, like I'm glad that I know this now, and instead of keeping up with the same patterns. Yeah, it makes life different. So. Is this you have a plethora of like things under your belt? What is the favorite? What do you like the most?
Poetry. I'm not gonna lie. Poetry has been my favorite. It's been taking over. It's been everything. It's been the community. It's been my counseling. It's been therapy. It's been everything since I've been down here. But right after poetry, probably be mental health, because that's what the fashion brand is primarily about. Okay. And like I tell everybody, mental health is every conversation we have in here. Yeah. About naps is the conversation I have on the streets with folks. Yes. You know, that's everything. Whether you notice it or not, it's a big part of everything that we do. Definitely. Third would be fashion, and that encompasses both of them together sometimes. So. Putting clothes on, making sure I look good on the outside so I can feel better. You have a very unique style, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, and that's what the brand's called, Unconventional Masters. So unique, unconventional, same thing. I'm trying to be different, stand out every time. I love to tell people all the time, I know when I go out, nobody else got what I got on. Yeah. Because I made it. Right. True that. True that. So, that's how I feel about my drawings. Do you sew? Yes, I sew. I do the graphic design work. I do flyers. I did the business cards. Dye, do all of that. Manufacture everything. I'm switching roles now because I can't do everything at a high level. It is difficult. So I'm trying to figure out what I do best at. Pay somebody. And do that and make sure it's done right in the business. How did you know that the fashion was gonna? How did you know that this was gonna be you? Like, how did you understand that? Oh man, I want to be able to make clothes and boom, pick up a sewing machine or a thread needle. Like what brought that upon? Respectfully, it's been in my genetics. I'm not gonna lie. My granny was like, when I used to make your mama clothes going to school. I used to make my own clothes. My auntie big on clothes. And even when I was young, like I kind of always had. I used to be called the coordinating king. Like I was like, everybody used to come to me and be like, "Do these look together?" I'm like, nah, yeah. So. Like, it's always been around, and then when I got into high school, my friend group we emphasized that was our thing. We was all big and had our own style. Yeah. And then we got together, and it was just like, those are the guys that dress different, but it still look good. Yeah. We put our points, add the shoes that's new and out trending, wear different stuff together. So it's just been a thing that's been engulfed in me for a while. And since I got out of high school, when I was in college, I was doing, at first I think I was just doing gen eds, and I knew it wasn't it. So I'm just like, what is it that I like? What is it that I enjoy? And I remember I was in there doing finals, like just drawing out business names, drawing up stuff, and then eventually everything led to that. And then how I encompassed it to be more than just clothes was I went to therapy myself, and that kind of gave me that insight and kind of cleared my mind to how to make it be whole. Yeah. And then from there, I just kept on working on my craft, using inspiration from as all artists do. Right. Get inspirations from other brands that inspire me, and just keep on going with the flow. But fashion's always been around, though. That's what's up. What is your outcoming goal of everything that you are accomplishing in this moment? Right now, outcoming goal, I got some long-term ones, but like fashion-wise, I want to be able to be a notable black fashion designer. Yeah. I want to be up there with Dapper Dan. I want to be up there with Virgil. I want to be up there with Ye. I want to be up there with a lot of people that have done a lot of things. And what I want that to yield to me is be able to have a presence to make sure that the conversation for mental health is a lot easier. Yeah. Through my clothes, through just the programs. I even want to have community centers that allows for, like I tell people all the time, in the black community come from an impoverished community. And the reason why a lot of people are impoverished is because we don't have many other things to do. So if I can have like I tell you all the time, if I can have a 24-hour center or something like that in the nature, or we can build it to where if you got kicked out from moms for whatever reason, we got some beds in here. Or if the gym is open, if you want to come shoot some steam off at 3 a.m, you can come shoot some steam off. People need a place like that. For real. So definitely. And then comes the arts. the culture. It encompasses everything. So I want to have counselors on payroll. I want to have everybody to where we helping everybody in whichever avenue they need that expression in, to where they can get to their full self.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I've always thought about like what is my outcoming goals of what I'm trying to accomplish here. Mine's a bit different. Mine's I guess a bit self-centered, just because. But once I get what I'm searching for, like I want to be able to like present it to the masses, to be able like, this is something that's able to be accomplished. This is accomplishable. Like I want to be able to be like to the people that see me doing what I'm doing, that even though it's going to take some time, that you are capable of like living in an enjoyable life, doing what you love to do instead of doing what you are forced to do. And that's where I'm trying to get at. But like, it's like I'm always preaching to the choir, because, you know, I'm still in this position. But this is the reason why I started this podcast, just to be like, hey, there are people out here that are doing it, and this is the way they are doing it. But like me, myself, I want to be able to do it, but this is my process of how I'm going about doing it and everything. And, you know, getting the information from other people like that, it's always a good insight, because I'm like, oh, okay, I can definitely learn from this right here. This situation right here, this is a good way to go ahead and incorporate whatever they're doing into what I'm doing to maybe help me out, just so I can help everybody else out. Yeah, it's always, it's a give and take.
No, you know, for sure. That's what life is.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. I definitely enjoy the networking and the people that I do get to meet through doing this, because there's so many things that there's different ways that people look at life. People they take in life differently, and everybody has their own personality when it comes to how they go about just living their day to day. And that's always interesting to me. I'm very, very inquisitive when it comes to learning how somebody's living and shit. And it's new. It's new. It's fresh. And being out here in Houston, there's so many more people to talk to, man.
There's a lot of culture out here.
And the people like. Future is Houston is definitely based in like deep roots, because like people from Houston don't really stray away from what the norm was, what got them to where they're at now, like Bun B, fucking Pimp C, all that is still like the staple of Houston, and it is like swingers. Like, you would think that motherfuckers would stop that because it looks dangerous, but they're like, hell no, this is Houston, and you know that's a true Houstonian right there. If they coming out with the fifth wheel that got fucking Dayton's poking out,
Man,
it's like, yo.
I be seeing a few of those. I be like, bro, you kind of get my lane.
Yeah,
I need you to back up.
I need you to move, son. You gonna swing these things? You better get in the line and get in front of me, because other than that, bitch, I got someplace to be. Like, I love what you did to this goddamn fucking Chevy Caprice, but Jesus Christ, my dude. Like, how expensive is all this equipment that you have, you know? And I've seen 5 of them yesterday, like on a residential road. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, tight little space.
It was making sure everybody get out the way. If there's people in the street, they will get clipped, and you gotta move. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
They're good for a zombie apocalypse, maybe. You know, get some legs. Get some legs. You know, they in the future. They thinking that we ain't thinking about clipping legs, and now you just gotta hit the head and you keep going.
Chop them down at the kneecaps. Man. have them to crawl. That makes them easier to kill.
For real.
Yeah, man. But this city is so amazing. I really do enjoy. I really do enjoy being. Like, I do like to go to different cities, and like, how many cities have you been? Like, because you're from Michigan, so. Like, have you bounced around?
A little bit. Not like I sat down and took it in. Like, you know, so like not really. Not yet. I'm still just trying to set the foundation down for myself to make sure everything good right here in Houston. Yeah. But I do got plans to definitely. I got some people up in Dallas I want to check out.
Okay.
I heard San Antonio be lit sometime, so I want to go check out San Antonio. But just even in the U.S., I definitely want to hit the major cities. I got some friends out in California, Atlanta. So, you know, I just want to make sure I'm in a nice position so when I do go out there, I can take it in. Like, I've been to some of these places when I was young, and it was just like, well, I can't really do much. I'm gonna get dragged by my mom and them around,
exactly.
You know, so I don't want to.
I'm in the caravan.
You know, I
don't
want to be in that same kind of mindset with a budget, like, or with like a. I only got like $100 to spend, so like, no, let me get myself together. So when I do take it on, I can really enjoy the experience for what it fully is. But it's coming real soon. That's why I say I got to get that little day job so that I can be my life foundation money.
Yeah.
Everything else comes and get me to where I gotta go and keep on that networking and even learning how to do stuff on a business analytical tip to where I can. This is a business trip. If I had this type of meeting, if I do this type of scouting, this is a business trip. This is right off on taxes. Boom, 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 and it all works out in my greater favor. So it's a lot of learning though, but I'm still young and learning it. And even like you said, being new down here, I be forgetting. Like I got ADHD, so my time reference is all.
I feel that.
Like
I feel. Oh my god, me and numbers, me and when it comes to hours and shit, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll be there. I just trust me. You know, I'm really diligent. It's just I don't. Oh my god, there's just so much in my head going on, and time is the last thing that is thought about.
No,
it's like,
really,
fuck,
really, especially with traffic out here.
Ooh.
I've been learning. That's one thing. Like I remember one time I was trying to get my hair done, like almost to San Antonio. I ain't gonna say all the time San Antonio. That's still a while, but it was going off the San Antonio exit. And at first I put in the GPS, it was like 30 minutes. I'm like, cool. And then when I left, it was like noon. So it was like kind of getting rush hour. And I'm just like, oh, this is an hour and some trip. Like this, and I was just like, I text him like, I'm gonna be late. You know, like had to constitute that now. Like, and even now I'm starting to learn the highways if the ups and downs, but like that's one thing out here. That time will mess you up.
My
with traffic.
Time management is terrible out here.
I feel like as we get older too, it gets worse.
Yeah,
because like I tell you all the time, you know, we have so much going on as a kid. That hour was like an hour strictly for basketball outside. It wasn't like I gotta hurry up and drive back here. I gotta take a shower. Then I gotta catch this and there. It's
too much I gotta do.
Too much.
I get fucking nervous. I'm like, oh man, I gotta be somewhere at a certain time, and it's always the last minute shit that I always feel as if I gotta get together before I leave. And most of the time I don't even need it, but I just want to have it there just to be like, no, because I'm so far away from where I gotta be.
You are.
I can't just go back home if I forget something. So that's always, I'm always thinking about some extra shit. It was so much easier in New Orleans because New Orleans is a lot smaller, but out here there's so many more opportunities. I don't feel
like all big cities is the same. I feel like it would be, but maybe
New
not.
New Orleans itself, you know, the furthest place you got to go would probably be 25 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, if that. Like everywhere else, if you got to, like where we at right here, the next place you can probably go to, which is a major place, 5-minute walk.
Okay.
Yeah, everything close.
Yeah.
Everything close. It's nice. And the walks are nice.
Yeah.
Unless you're going down the wrong area and you're a tourist and you don't know where the fuck you're going.
Yeah.
Then you get roused. But other than that, man, the city is beautiful. You know?
Beautiful. I feel like any city got some danger in it. That's what makes it a city.
Exactly.
You know what
Don't
I'm
go in the dumb areas. You know where the dumb areas is at.
Stay lit. Stay in elite streets.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. This is a little too dark down there. Don't
Tourist
go down
guys.
there then.
Tourist guys 101. You better know how to play the streets.
Some people don't. I mean, I seen on TikTok. I say TikTok, but it was like New Orleans news on Instagram, and they showed how some tourists got robbed in broad daylight. You know, but you seen the whole thing go down. If you're from New Orleans, you understand what the deal was. And it's like you seen that they had a dude coming from down the street, but he got out the car, and the car was the distraction as it came down the street because they slowed down and did some shit in the street to where the lady, when she was pulling out her bags and all that, she's like, man, what's going on? Why these cars stopping? And then as she ain't seen a little nigga come up and fucking take her car and then boom, take the fuck off. Luckily, you had your things on you.
Yeah, but take the car in your things.
Yeah, exactly. You had your things out the car and you was ready to go inside your Airbnb. But I hope that was a rental.
Yeah, hopefully it was. Hopefully they were tourists. I hope you didn't drive all the way down and get your car stolen. That'd be a terrible trip. Oh my god! And that's one thing. I'm from a small city too, but we how can I say ghetto? So like I tell you all the time. When somebody asks me like, what's the difference between being here and home, other than it being bigger city? But I tell you all the time. In some points, I don't got to be on my P's and Q's all the way. But being in from a small city or the ghetto, you always on your P's and Q's.
Always.
Like, I see that car
Head
doing
on the swivel.
that. So it's just like, and that's why I tell everybody, like, be an advocate for one, self-defense. Whether you got hands or a tool, you better have something to make sure that you can fend for yourself. Man.
Yes.
And then after that, learn how to communicate. In some situations, you got a lot of times you just got to talk to the person the right way. Now, if somebody on their goal oriented for your car, that's just like they're on a mission. They're not hanging nothing. But
communication is key, yo.
Communication is big. I tell everybody that they're like, I'm a Second Amendment man. I carry my guns.
Boom.
And
Keep
they
it
just
on
be
me.
like, they be like, so why don't you never just do that? I said, I can delegate it first. That's
right.
first. I can talk first, and then I'm gonna get you up out of. We gonna figure this problem. What's the real problem?
Yeah.
And then after that, if it's a real problem with me, now how can we solve this problem?
How is this gonna be handled?
Yeah.
Now? Yeah. I like to use. I'm a man of words. I like to use the words. And sometimes the words is hurtful, depending on what I'm trying to do at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm trying to degrade you, then yeah. But to an extent, I understand. I know how to get out of a sticky situation. I'm small. I don't want to be in the crowd. I don't want to be in the crowd when shit pop off. You know, I'm elbow height to my face. Exactly. I don't need no fucking. I don't need no stadium stampling and nothing like that. No, I'm good. You know, fucking Travis Scott. I'm sorry, but Jesus Christ, I would understand the situation. I'm like, oh shit, it's getting rowdy in here.
How tall was those
It's time. Yeah, exactly. I know the first person that's about to get hit in the head with a fucking shoe because I'm smart. I don't want to get rolled over, so you know I get out of there. No. It's but out here, man. It's always so beautiful when I come around here. I always come here often, and I park around the corner. I don't know my parking situation and shit. I thought me being behind the red line or something like that. You know what? I'm throwing this out because I'm being bitter at the moment. I got a ticket and shit.
Listen, I got humbled a couple times out here. And I tell you, I be on my P's and Q's when parking. Like I tell people all the time, either I pay for parking or I park far because $6 pay for parking is better than a $200, $100 ticket.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Or I even walk. After that commercial break.
After that, we're back from that commercial break. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, wayo, wayo. Okay. And, well, man, this has been good, though. This has been good. I like learning about people, especially being able to do it through the podcast like this, because it's like, oh, okay, this is how somebody's going about their life, about this situation. So, all right, I might be on the right path then. And I'm definitely talking to the right people, because every time I talk to somebody, it's very informative for me. And I do appreciate all the time that people do give me, because this ain't easy to link up with motherfuckers, especially out here. It is very busy for people. So I do appreciate all the time that you are giving me.
Oh, no problem. And one thing I like to say that I feel like one thing that the poetry community gives is honesty.
Yeah.
And the people that you do meet through that allows for that perception to come off so where you can pick it up and then you can take it and do what you want to do with it because everybody's kind of living in their truth. Yeah. You know, especially if you're a prolific poet. Now, if you're up there every once in a while and you might be, you know, talking about your ex one time and that's the only poem you got, it's a little different. But like somebody that you see on a lot of scenes and things like that, I feel like a lot of people were very honest. Like, so I know you had Jada on here not too long ago. Yeah. I remember when you were saying, like, preaching to the choir earlier, I remember she had gave me some valuable insight to me. I was talking about me and my religion. And she was just like, you got to understand a pastor is still human too. So even when the pastor is saying things that you don't like, it's just because again he's still human. So his communication sometimes not all the way there, and it's not third. And that just comes from just talking to different people. But like, the poetry scene gives very insightful human beings. And that's why I love being around here because I feel the authenticity between everybody.
Definitely. You know? Hell yeah. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I always like to have a game of choices with everybody, with all my newcomers and all that. So you got 4 options and 4 choices. Okay. All right. You get to be one, you get to raise one, you get to sell one, and you have relations with the other one.
Be, raise, sell, relations?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And your options are mermaid, Mogwai, Mexican, and a manatee.
So mermaid. What was the second one?
Mogwai. Mogwai is Gizmo. You remember Gizmo from Gremlins? You remember Gremlins? Oh. No, all right, I got a picture for you. Don't worry. You got a Mexican and a manatee. Now I'll show you what Gizmo is.
Be one, raise one,
sell one, and then relations with the other one.
Relations.
Yes.
Relations with the Mexican.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I tell you all the time, if I was anything but black, I want to be Mexican. They got a deep heritage, deep culture. I love it. I love Hispanic. So that's the
Mogwai.
I thought so.
Okay.
That looks like it would be worth some money. I'm not gonna lie. Selling the Mogwai. Selling the Mogwai. So be one. I married one. I already sold one. What was it? So
B1, raise one. Okay, sell one. Okay, so B1. So
I'm selling the Mogwai.
I'm selling the Mogwai. You gonna be the Mexican?
No, you said married or
relations
with the Mexican. And then so now it's B1 and raise.
Raise one. Yeah.
A mermaid and what else?
A manatee.
A manatee.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess I would be a mermaid and raise the manatee because I'm in the water with it. You know what I'm saying? It would be easy for me to raise it when I'm in the water. I get some real valuable lessons, you know. And
valuable lessons.
Because I'm in their space, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess, I'll definitely be the mermaid, man. I can't get mad at that. No, in fact, that lined up perfect.
Yeah, I've never heard somebody be like, I can raise them well if I'm in the water already. Hell yeah. So, oh, good. Just good to bring everything up at the end, man. Well, man, before we get out of here, let everybody know where they can follow you at.
Man, you can follow me at UC period. I always say dot, but period.
Yeah.
JAE, because everybody thinks JAY. So
Yeah.
UC.J on all social media platforms, if I'm not mistaken. The ones that I care about.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then business-wise, it's UC Masses. Or
Okay.
Unconventional Masses, and I got the only one with that name. So even if you Google it, even though I ain't got all my stuff in order, I should pop up on my Facebook or my
Yeah.
Instagram or something like that. So Unconventional Masses
Yes,
or
sir.
UCmasses.com will be the website. And then you can follow all the, and the other information is on there too as well.
Oh, dope. Hell yeah, man. Well, this has been Tell Me a Joke, the guy out of chasing the dream. I have been your host of Maniacal, Menace, Smith, and that whole thing like a pimp named Slickback.
Like a pimp
And
named
you know,
Slickback.
and you know where to follow me at, man. Tell me a joke at gmail.com. Email me just to like, share, and subscribe. All that shit I was saying at the beginning, because it don't matter, man. It just matter about the words of these people that I talk to. So until next time, keep dreaming, jokers. Oh, I got it. Usually I don't get that.